We're now going to edit the survey graphically to perform tasks either not available in the field file editor or in some cases are easier to do graphically. Most of the options used in the following examples are duplicated under the Strings CAD menu, but we'll be using the icons over on the left hand side. Firstly, there's obviously some strings to join. We're just going to zoom into this area here, and we're going to look at using our CAD join option to do this. We use the CAD string toolbar, and if we go to the third last one, string join. Now this option is designed to join the end of one string to the start of another string. In this case, the strings are actually running away from each other, so to get over the fact that they're pointing in the wrong direction, we're going to use an option called picking with direction. The way this is done is you hold the left button down on the string, say on the left hand side, drag towards the gap, release the left button and accept with the middle button. That's called picking with direction. So we've now told that line that it's going from left to right. Then we go to the other part that we want to join up to, hold the left button down, drag away, release and accept. In that option there, the string is actually reversed, so we can use the option here, string reverse, and pick and accept on the string. So quite often if you've got strings that have particular directional line type, it's a good idea to use the reverse option at the same time. Okay, so we're just going to go through and join up these other strings. This time we'll pick in the direction of the terrain, pick this other top of bank, and we'll pick each of these. The benefit of this option is that you don't have to preset features such as the model, line style, symbol and so on. It just matches the properties of the first line style. Now with this one here, we've got a top of bank and a bottom of bank, so we don't want to join them up using this option. We'll use a different option for this. So we're just going to drag along now the edge of road. We can actually do this one here. We'll do the crown, top of bank, the edge of road. There's two shortcuts in doing this. The first one is that you can hold the middle button down as you drag, and that will auto confirm it. So here I'm just holding the middle button down as I drag along, and it does it automatically. The second way is to use the A up on the top, the A which is a fast accept. Okay, if you tick on that and you pick a string with direction with the left button, it auto confirms. If you pick and it's close to another string using that option, it will go back to the tentative mode and then you have to click middle button again. For the rest of the training though, we'll just leave the A button off and we'll use left button, middle button. Now a different type of join is an append. In this one here we would use it for features such as this one where you can't go from the end of one string to the start of another string. We need to go from the end of one string to just another position. So to do this we use the option append to point, and then we pick on the point and then we pick on the other point that we want to append to. If you press escape and you inquire on that string you joined up, you'll see that now the string just goes and stops at that position. So we're going to use that for the rest of these options. With this one here we're going to go from that point to that point. You press escape once to go back to the start of the option, and we'll go from that point there to that point there. Again press escape and we'll go from that point there to that point there. A more traditional type of join would be the CAD create line. With this option under the CAD lines toolbar we can pick the first one that says create line. However, if we're using any of these options we have to set up the CAD control bar. In this case what we're going to do is we're going to join up the top of bank between this one here. Now although we could have used a standard join, we're just going to use a CAD join instead. To set up the correct parameters we can either pick on the N button and select the code. So if we go down to topo, top of bank, we can pick whichever one we require there and it will then preset all the values, or we can click on the same as button and simply pick on one of the points and it will do the same thing. Now we're going to just join this point here to this point here, so we just use create line and we pick, accept, pick, accept. So the difference between this option is that if you went F2 and you click on the string, that string stops there, there's another one there, and there's another one there. We can close strings graphically. Here you'll see that that bank that we reversed in the field file editor should be closed up. So again we use the CAD string toolbar, use the first option CAD string close, and pick and accept. Once a string is closed, if you were to pick on the string, whether by clicking F2 or tentatively picking it in another option, you'll see that the information panel has an area about halfway down. In this case it's 184.908. We'll now look at another option that we can do graphically. We can create an arc from two chords. On this side of the road, the control code for creating an arc was used and reduced. On this side we just used chords. So if we wanted to manually put an arc in there, we use the toolbar CAD segment, insert 3-point curve. Here we just pick the second point, pick and accept, and you'll see it's created an arc.